Am I the asshole for trying to get my boyfriend to eat these oats he bought? So my boyfriend, 27 male, and I, 27 female, are starting a health journey, and he got a nutritional coach who is giving him a very rigid diet to follow. On this diet it says, quick oats, and when we went grocery shopping, he bought old-fashioned oats, by accident. He didn't realize this until after I had already opened them and stored them into storage bins. He now wants to buy the quick oats instead and completely throw away the old-fashioned oats. I explained to him that I'm very uncomfortable with the idea of wasting food, 3 bins worth of oats at this point that are brand new. And I also explained the nutritional value is the same, so it wouldn't matter. Besides, I'm the one making breakfast anyways since I lost my job recently, so I've had more time to do things for us in our household. He is adamant that he buy the new oats and throw out the old ones because he would rather waste $10, cost of the oats, than waste time because his time is valuable. In response to me saying I would make it anyways, he said he didn't want to depend on me and he would make it himself. I put my foot down and said we would not be wasting these oats. I'm super against food waste, having come from a refugee family and also having worked and volunteered at a food bank for years. We can't donate the oats since we already opened them, and I find it ridiculous that we're even arguing over a 1-2 minute difference in cooking time. It reached a point where he said we have fundamental differences and I don't respect or value his time, and that maybe we're not a good fit for each other. Am I really in the wrong here? I told him to go ask his nutritional coach if it's that much of a difference to him, but he won't even ask him. I think he's aware of how ridiculous this is, and to threaten breaking up is really hurting me. We have fought over more serious things before and we're fine and never even brought up breaking up, so for him to take it this far is really upsetting. Update. I posted this mid-argument and things have cooled down since then. BTW, this argument was entirely over text this morning. We reached a relative compromise. On mornings I make breakfast, I'm going to use the traditional oats. On mornings he makes breakfast for himself, he can use quick oats. Alternatively, we can turn the traditional oats into overnight oats so there's no cooking time in the morning. I also am trying to be more understanding of his position. I think as someone who is trying everything they can to lose weight and get into shape, the lifestyle change and diet change is impacting us a lot, him especially. I sent him this to try and have us reach a common ground. I'll update y'all with what he says later. Don't be mad, but I posted on Am I the Asshole to get more perspectives on our argument. If I am understanding this correctly, I think your upset comes from how you feel about yourself and your body. I think that you feel like you have to follow this plan to the T, or you want get results, and you want results badly because you don't like how your body is right now. I understand that. I understand that deviating from it at all feels like a failure and you don't want any reason to fail. I also understand the anxiety and stress that comes with the lifestyle change, and why, even though it may seem ridiculous to me, it matters to you, and you're right, I should respect that choice. I however do not find I am in the wrong for wanting to cook the oats for you in the morning, especially if I'm already up making breakfast, and Reddit also recommended overnight oats which can be prepped the night before, wasting no additional time. There are solutions we should have looked into besides arguing over how long it takes to make the oats, and if you wanted to get quick oats on mornings you cook for yourself, I think that is reasonable also. I just am putting my foot down at throwing away the oats. I find that to be not okay and really wasteful, and I cannot support that. I support your lifestyle changes, I am proud of you and the work you're putting in. But it also is really hurtful that you would suggest breaking up, even if you backpedaled and said counseling, over this. That's really upsetting to me, and IDK how long I might take to feel better. Quote. Not the asshole. Tell him to look up overnight oats, made with the old-fashioned ones. There are a ton of recipes and it's almost zero effort. If he won't do that, you could be kind and do it for him, but I'd take the teach a man to fish approach with this. Info. Why don't you just eat the oats if he doesn't want them? Why does he have to eat them? Esh. You said it yourself that it's ridiculous for him to argue about something so silly, but you are doing the same. Many times when people argue about little things, it's a sign of something bigger that isn't being mentioned. Pair that with the fact that you have argued about serious things in the past, and you might think about if he's right that maybe you aren't meant to stay together. Am I the asshole for not doing my husband's laundry every week? Update. Alright y'all, thanks so much for the input perspective. We talked and he's going to bring in another housekeeper to focus on laundry and help out our regular housekeeper while she waits for the loads to finish. I pay for our regular housekeeper, he pays for the laundry housekeeper. Happy spouse, happy house winking face. Also, for those of you suggesting divorce or similar, WTF. There are things you do for each other in marriage because you're trying to support one another and make each other happy. JFC. He also doesn't have to bring me coffee every morning, take me on lavish vacations twice a year to my desired destinations, treat me to nice dinners weekly, go to every one of my doctor appointments with me, or actively, regularly take part in my interests because he likes seeing me smile. These are just some of the things he does for me. He doesn't have to, but he does. Marriages aren't transactional. My husband, 34M, and I, 30F, have been married for a year and we have a constant conflict over the laundry. We both have full-time jobs, although he works longer hours, 10-12-hour days. I manage most of our household, chores, paying bills, taking care of, training our puppy, ordering or cooking meals, grocery shopping, managing our housekeeper, gardener, etc. We have a housekeeper that comes every 2 weeks, doesn't do laundry, but throughout the week I am doing basic cleaning daily. It takes me total 1-2 hours. The thing I am trying to adjust to is frequency of laundry. Before my husband, I'd do all my laundry about once a month, apart from towels which are done more often. I have over 40 pairs of socks and underwear each, and will wear jeans, pants, tops a few times before washing them, so I don't need to do laundry that often. However, when we moved in together my husband would complain that I don't do laundry often, even though he has plenty of clothes left to wear, and I also bought him extra socks and underwear. He asks that I do the laundry weekly, and I end up doing 3-4 loads because I separate socks, underwear, lights, darks, whites, towels. The problem is he wears a lot of button-ups and expensive clothes that need special care, like no dryer, dry clean only, lay flat to dry, etc. I also have to iron all of them. I've accidentally shrunk a few of his clothes and felt horrible, so I am super careful in following instructions. It's very time-consuming for me. I'll spend 4 or 5 hours on laundry on the weekends. There are times I don't want to do it, or don't remember to do it because of other priorities, and then it'll be 2 weeks since I've done laundry and my husband will get annoyed. Lately I've been slacking because it's such a hassle for me and I hate doing it so often. My housekeeper won't do it because it's time-consuming and takes away from the time she will need to spend cleaning the house. I don't want to pay for a service to do it because it's too expensive. I asked him to just tell me when he needs me to do it, and I'll make sure to do it at my earliest convenience. He says that he doesn't like to think about it, make another decision in the day, and he just wants to have clothes always ready, otherwise it gives him anxiety. I don't like this reasoning and think it makes more sense if he just tells me so that it can ease the strain on me a bit. We've had this argument 4 or 5 times already. Am I the asshole for pushing back and not wanting to do laundry weekly? Honey, he's taking advantage of you. Stop washing his clothes. He's a grown man, and if he wants his clothes always ready because of his anxiety, then he can do it himself. Info. Why are you married to someone who treats you like his maid? Why are you doing his laundry at all when you both work full-time? Not the asshole, I wouldn't touch his laundry, he can do it himself or use a service, you're not a maid. Info. What stops him from doing laundry? Not sure why his laundry is your problem.